Hello, I'm Arthur L. Hunt Jr. with the College of Aspiring Artists, and we're here to give honor to Robert Say McIntosh, a great leader who gave of himself, his time, his resources to make Arkansas, and particularly Little Rock, a better place for all of Little Rock and all of Arkansas, joined by his widow, Mrs. Robert Say McIntosh, the McIntosh. And there's a lot going on that many people just don't know about, don't understand. But there are people who really want to know who was Robert Say McIntosh, and you know him best. So tell us, we talked in an earlier segment about some things that he did that you want to continue. And there's a message about the cross and crosses that he had dear to heart. Share that with the audience and how we can continue that regard towards the legacy of many people.
Well, yes, this goes back 60 years plus with Robert Say McIntosh, who was adamant about informing his community and what was going on with the violence in the community in the city of Little Rock as well as in the state of Arkansas. Predominantly, he was looking at what was going on with the black population in the city of Little Rock as well as Arkansas, but focusing on Little Rock. His desire was to inform the black community in Little Rock that the blacks were killing up each other. And did they see or did they understand what was going on? And he went out on a quest to inform the community, and by using crosses to indicate the number of homicides that were occurring as they occurred in the city of Little Rock. And he wanted everyone to know, well, this month we had none. This next month we have 10. With that way of showing statistics by using the crosses, he got a point across that was not being brought across early on before that. And then people start to engage and start to ask him questions and why he was putting up crosses and what they stood for. And he explained to them that this is that many lives being taken foolishly by violence that didn't have to happen. Then he really got on his mission of trying to stop the violence in the city of Little Rock by actually walking the streets with other people and asking them to help him put out examples of how not to do your brother, your sister by taking their lives. He actually hung himself on the cross on the Capitol of Little Rock to show his community how serious he was about stopping the violence and to look at yourselves and let's work together and stop this, love one another. You are important. And that was one of his platforms, was to show the black people that you are worth something, that you are valuable, that you can be counted, but you must count yourself. You must step out and do for yourself and not expect someone to give you a handout. And that's what was behind the crosses. And to this day, at present, we're still putting out the crosses per, unfortunately, a homicide that occurs in the city of Little Rock at the corner of Daisy Bates and Martin Luther King.
It's so important that we remember really what the cross represents. There is a vertical bar and there's a horizontal bar. And that vertical bar represents, as we know, God's love coming down to us. And then it should be reciprocated. Our love going back up to God. And then the horizontal is love from you to me and from me to you. And that cross symbolizes life. And of course, Jesus, who paid the ultimate sacrifice, he laid down his life, and as Say so strategically illustrated what it looks like when a life is being removed. and the senseless violence that he fought and that must continue to be addressed.
Right.
I think this is a very important part of the Robert Say McIntosh legacy. Anything else you want to say about continuing this? How's it going now? You're still putting the crosses based on the number of homicides. And how does that work? Do you do it monthly? How do you keep that updated?
It's an organization, the members and myself, we are actually, as the homicides occur, we actually put down the crosses as they occur. And at the end of the year, we take those crosses up and we have a prayer visual and we release balloons into the heavens to pray for peace for the new year. And this event is done on the actual morning of the new year. And we actually take the crosses down, the old crosses down from the previous year that morning, and release the balloons into the heavens, which is the morning of the new year, and pray for nonviolence and no homicides, for peace in our state and in our community and in the city. And we're doing that to this day. And we always invite everybody in the community out, and not just the residents of the community, but the preachers, the teachers, the politicians, the businessmen, all the people with the monies, all the people that don't have money. And what I'm saying is, just like what Say would say, it doesn't matter how you look or what you have. We just want you to come out and support your community, because it's not about the one who has the most money or the best clothes. That violence is not going to happen in your family. It's going to happen. It'll happen in all of our families, and the statistics have shown that. So we're continuing on putting those crosses out.
This is so important to remind us of the value of life, the dignity of life.
That's right.
And this continues with the Robert Say McIntosh Foundation. When people want to support this work now, and they go to the Robert Say McIntosh Foundation.org, what do you want to say to them who are giving and those who may want to give a contribution? How does this help the foundation and your work and the legacy continue?
With this helps, the donations will help us to continue to purchase the materials to make the crosses. And now things are so expensive, we need that support, that financial support, because we are a nonprofit. We're a 501c3, and we're blessed to have that. But we don't get a lot of donations, so a lot of this is, I take it out of my pocket, which I don't mind, because it's a blessing that God has blessed me to be able to do that. But as time is going on, the economy is going up.
Absolutely.
With the cost of everything. So we want to, and we will, with God's help, continue on with this legacy. So yes, any donations will help, and we would appreciate that. So it will go to good use, and for events that we plan to have there at that site in the upcoming year.
Very good.
Yes.
So you've heard more about the foundation and the things that need to be continued. Please go to the Robert Say McIntosh Foundation.org and find a way, whether you do it once or you do it multiple times, but this foundation needs support. This is a widow now, and with Brother Say not being able to go out and do some of the work and get some of the resources, you are needed, you are valued, yes. And we want to see you support the mission and the work of the Robert Say McIntosh Foundation. Thank you, Mrs. McIntosh, and we'll go to another segment and hear more from you real soon.
Thank you.